everybody. This is Angela from Texas, and you're listening to 5 Picks and a Chick featuring El Gato. This is a show that gives you 5 NFL picks for people who love football and friendly wagering. However, we are in the off season, so we're going to give you 5 sports picks. Today, we did have a special guest, but our special guest is a scratch last minute, so it is just El Gato and myself talking about sports. You good with that, El Gato?
I'm good. Unfortunate about that last minute scratch. Hopefully everything is good. He's not injured. That knee will recover. We'll just go forward.
Yes, let's hope.
Hey, we love you, Henry.
Let's hope so. Well, I'm going to go back to our first podcast now that those games are done. I went 2-2, and my off-season record is 16-8, and you went 4-1. Your off-season record is 14-11. That is a really good record to have.
Yeah, man, that's some good picking right there. Especially you, Angela. You're way above making a few dollars here and there, and I'm just above that as well. Overall, what we're combined, we're 30-19.
Yeah,
I'd say that's pretty damn good.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah, me as well. All right. Well, my first pick is going to be the Heat -5 versus the Knicks. This game is tomorrow night in Miami. It is Game 6. Heat are leading this series 3-2. I'm going to take the Heat, like I said, -5. I took them to win this series in the last podcast. If they're going to win this series, this is the game they have to do it in. Jimmy Butler had a subpar performance last night, and I think he'll have a better performance in front of his home crowd. So give me the Heat -5. What are your thoughts on this game, El Gato?
Yeah, I agree. I picked the Heat to win the series as well. At -5, that's quite a bit of, that's 2 full possessions. But like you say, they've got to close out the series with this game. I don't think they want to go back to New York and be under all that pressure, playing in the Garden. Game 7 on the line. Not that the Heat haven't, can't perform under pressure, but if this is the game to do it, this is it. Of course, Butler and Abadaya need to perform. They need some help off the bench. Robinson had 17 the last game, and Love has got to step it up. I mean, he had what, 4 points the last game, and you know how many points that is? That's 4 points more than I had.
Yeah,
because I didn't score here from the house. I didn't score anything, so he's got to step up. And if he's there for defensive purposes, then he's got to do a better job on Randall, because Randall is just eating it up with 25 plus a game. 10 boards a game. So he's taking care of business inside. So Love's got to handle that. But I think the main focus for the Heat should be slowing down those 2 guards that the Knicks have, and Brunson and Barrett. And Brunson's just playing lights out. If they can just slow him down a little bit, maybe hold him down to mid to low 20s, and keep his percentage down. He's at 49% for the series. Imagine that.
Yeah.
He's making half of his attempts. So they've got to do something about that guy. He is really a one-man team. He makes that team go. So if the Heat can take care of those 2 things. Love performing a little bit better, keeping Brunson at bay a little bit. I think the Heat can, if they don't even cover and they win it, they're better off than going back to New York. So I'll take the Heat -5.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. They definitely don't want to go back to New York. So, Heat -5. My second pick, I have a puck pick for you. It's going to be Florida Panthers over Toronto. It's +155. The Panthers were on a 6-game winning streak going into last night until it was snapped by Toronto. Florida has dominated this series and will look to close it out tomorrow. I know you're not that big of a hockey fan, but do you have any thoughts on this game?
You know what, Angela, I don't. Unfortunately, I just haven't been keeping up with hockey. Unfortunately, I don't have an opinion on this game, but I know it's an exciting game. If I were just to sit down and watch it for a little bit, I bet I'd get very interested. But I just haven't done it.
Yeah, especially when they have those fights. It's kind of fun to watch every now and then. I don't
But
know.
he's so violent. Maybe that's why I stay away.
Yeah, I could see that about you. Just stay away from that violence. I don't know why I am enthralled by it, but I need to not be. All right. Well, our special guest, of course, like I said, was a scratch, last minute scratch. But he did give us his pick, and it was going to be the Nuggets over 226. They are playing the Suns. This is Game 6. This game is tonight. I like the over as well. This game will have 3 of the best offensive players in the NBA on the court in Booker, Durant, and Jokic. This should be an offensive, explosive, high-scoring game. Give me the over in this game. What are your thoughts on this game, El Gato?
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be the over at 226. I mean, each team just has to score 113, and for the Suns to escape and to extend this series, obviously they're going to have to win the game and outscore the Nuggets, but they're really going to have to outscore them. So I expect an up and down game. Some defense, of course, when it matters, but each team is just going to try to outscore the other. I do feel the 226 is a safe over. I'll take the over.
All right. Do you have a 4th and 5th pick for us?
All right. Yeah, I have 2 picks. I'll go with the first. The first closeout game coming up is the Celtics at the Sixers. The Sixers are up 3-2. Celtics are minus 2.5, and that's the pick I'm going to go with. And with the Celtics being down, I'm really surprised about that. But the Sixers have been playing some good ball. They've got Embiid playing at MVP level. They've got Maxey and Harden, performing. Harden seems like he's won maybe 2 or 3 games with his last minute or fourth quarter heroics, extending the series. And Horford needs to step it up for the Celtics. I mean, he had 0 points, same as me, the last game. And the game prior to that, he only had 10. And the starting point guard for the Celtics, Derek White, only 7 points the last game. I mean, they need better production from 2 starters. That's obvious. And another thing the Celtics need to do, in my opinion, maybe get Jaylen Brown the ball more, spread out the court when he has it. He's able to, to get his own shot off, and he's able to distribute. So if they can get him the ball more, that opens it up more for Tatum. Of course, he's been playing lights out as well. And I think the big thing is to neutralize Embiid somehow, get him down to, the mid-20s. He's, I think, at 33 plus per game. So Celtics minus 2.5. They need to extend the series and take it back to the Garden.
Yeah, I'm going with the Celtics as well in this game. This is Game 6 being played tonight. Boston has been very good in Game 6s the last few years, winning the last 3 times either in a closeout situation or in an elimination game. They are the better team. Hard to believe they lose 3 in a row. So for this game, I am going with the Celtics, but I'm rooting for the Sixers. If that makes any sense.
You're going to be at war with yourself tonight then.
Yeah. In the series. I'm rooting for the Sixers in the series.
I got you.
Do you have a 5th pick for us?
The 5th pick, of course, is another closeout game. It's the Denver Nuggets at the Phoenix Suns. Of course, the Denver is up 3-2. The spread on this is Denver plus 3.5, and I'm going to go ahead and go with Denver at plus 3.5. As we spoke about earlier, it's going to be, I think we both agree that it's going to be an offensive shootout with the over at 226. But you got 3 players with Denver really performing at a high level. You got the Joker, you got Murray, you got Gordon. I mean, they're playing lights out. The 2 starters for the Suns is what I think is their handicap, notwithstanding Chris Paul being out. But you got Okg, I think I'm pronouncing his name right, and you got Ayton. They need to show up this game to extend the series. If either one of those 2 guys don't show up, or at least put some points on the board, neutralize the Joker somehow, then it will be Denver moving on to play either the Lakers or the Warriors. I do think the Suns may win tonight, I think Denver at plus 3.5 is a good bet. Give them some points in the closeout game. I'll take Denver.
All right. Yeah, I like Denver as well, plus 3.5. There is so much pressure on Booker and Durant to perform at a high level, which they have been doing, and yet they're still down 3 games to 2. So I think Denver will come together as a team and win Phoenix to end the series. Go Nuggets.
Yeah, extending on that, I mean, this is the Suns seems they're surviving with only 2 players.
Yeah.
I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
I think a lot of analysts have said that as well. I mean, I don't know how they're keeping, they're staying in this series, to pull out the last, 2 out of 3 games, but it seems like they're just playing with 2 players. And I remember you said when this series, or even before the series started, that their bench play was going to come back and hit them hard. And that's a good analysis. You were right about that. I didn't think their bench was as bad as it is, but geez, they just can't get any production from the bench, which limits what they can do. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see what happens tonight.
Man, Booker and Durant though have been playing unbelievably well.
Yeah, I mean Booker. He may be the best player on the court.
Oh,
I think.
I think so. I've always been a Booker fan, so I think they have just been playing lights out and keeping the Suns in this, but I don't think they're going to win this series. So
yeah, see what happens.
Yeah, no bench.
Can you give us an NFL countdown, please? Please.
That is what I'm going to next. I don't have a bonus bet, but do you have a bonus bet?
No okay. Bonus bet today. I'll make a promise to our listeners and to the podcast. I'll have one at our next show.
That is perfectly fine. I don't have a bonus bet as well, but I do have a countdown. We are 118 days from kickoff, which is September 7th. The NFL schedule release is today. I cannot wait, but I do know that the Chiefs will be hosting the Lions in that kickoff game, so that's exciting.
Who leaked that out?
Well, it's interesting. They're leaking out a few here and there.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, so
that's gonna be an interesting game. Of course, they're playing in KC, right? At Arrowhead.
Yes. The Chiefs are hosting the Lions, but the Lions really did well last season, so that's going to turn out to be a really good game, I think.
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be. I'm going to pick whatever the point spread is. I'm going to go with the over. I think that's going to be safe.
Yeah.
I'm going to go the over.
All right. Well, do you have any final comments?
I know. I'm just looking forward to some good basketball here in the next couple of days. I'm especially intrigued about this about the Warriors-Lakers series going back to LA. If LA doesn't close it out, watch out.
Yeah.
So I'm really intrigued of how that series is going to play out. We'll see what happens.
They better close it out. Well, my only final comment is do not forget to place your bets for the Preakness. That's going to be on May 20th. We don't know the card yet, so I can't give you who I'm going with, but I just want to make sure you get your Preakness bet in.
Very good.
All right. Well, thank you for listening to 5 Picks and a Chick. Be sure to tell your friends about us also. Hit the subscribe button and like button on our YouTube channel. You can also find us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and you can also ask Alexa to play 5 Picks and a Chick, and you can listen to us on Alexa. Thank you to El Gato for being part of 5 Picks and a Chick. 1, 2, 3, break.